Today we're going to be having a look at the start of the RMPS course for Nat 5 and higher. Now, it is an amazing course. We're going to have a look at 3 different topics, and this will set you up for the exam next year. I will be doing small assessments throughout the year to make sure we keep on track with how you're getting on, to give you some good feedback and help you progress. Now, today we're going to be exploring what RMPS is and how useful it is. First of all, RMPS stands for Religious, Moral and Philosophical Studies. So we don't always just talk about religion, but we do look at moral issues and how religious and non-religious people argue, and the philosophical questions which we look at: if the world was created or not, who created the universe, or what created the universe. So I want you to think of all the things we have covered in Core RMPS, or if you've taken Nat 5 or higher last year, and write down what this could be useful for today. Now I want you to pause the video, spend about 2 minutes on this task, and then write your information on a Google Docs, and this will be able to be shared with me for the assignment piece of the period. Okay. So RMPS is useful for having educational responses to the big question, such as where did humans come from? Does a god exist, or are there multiple gods? It can have the question of, is science accurate? Is using the Holy Book a good argument against scientific evidence? There are lots of big questions, and these are really good for the deep discussions. They also build your analytical skills and evaluation as well. You should be able to argue your point, knowing that you're not always right, but be able to back up why you believe what you believe. Sounds a bit confusing, but basically it's so you can back up what you believe. It's understanding when you're in a discussion with something that you both might have different viewpoints as well. It also allows you to gain literacy skills and writing essays for going on to further education in the university or college. It'll also help you with other subjects such as English, mods, history as well. It allows you to gain knowledge for going to university, and we look at current issues and how they impact society. This is something you will do regularly, and if you were to study at university, and it'll allow you to deepen your thinking. Now, the exam that we have for Nat 5 and higher at the moment are very different from each other. First of all, the Nat 5 exam is 2 hours and 20 minutes long. There are 3 sections: a world religions section, a morality section, and also a religious and philosophical questions section. This is made up of questions from 3 to 8 marks. Now in RMPS we don't necessarily have the same structure as what you might come across in mods or history, but if you do take those subjects, please keep those structures in mind, as they will be useful when you're writing your answers. You will be awarded a maximum of 80 marks for your exam paper. This is set in exam conditions, and you will be able to use that towards 80% of that towards your grade at the end of the year. Nat 5 assignments are a great way of showing how all your research, all your knowledge, and what you're capable of doing with your skills. This is an hour and 30 minutes write up in school. This is something that will require research for about 8 hours, and it makes up 20 marks of your final mark. For higher, we have 2 papers. They are 3 hours in total, and we have one that's 2 hours and 15 minutes, and the last paper is 45 minutes. There are 3 sections, and the paper in a whole is made up of 2 10-mark questions and 3 20-mark questions. We will put together a structure for yourself, and you will be able to learn this structure, learn the skills, and put your knowledge that you have learned over Nat 5 and higher together to create some cracking essays. Our higher assessment is 1 hour and 30 minutes, 8 hours research, and 30 marks. So in higher, you will be working harder, and we will be expecting a lot more skills from you. However, you will have acquired them throughout the year. So let's have a look at what we will be studying. The first topic that we will have a look at is Buddhism. We will have a look at the practices and beliefs that you would come across if you were to look at Buddhism as a world religion. One of the most important things that you have to do is build up knowledge and then be able to analyse this. Analysing this could be showing the relationships between beliefs and practices, or showing how important it is to the Buddhist person, or not important to a Buddhist person. And lastly, your evaluation. This is where you give your opinion on how valuable things are for Buddhist people. For example, the Sangha, and how important it is for them to have community. The second topic, our morality topic, is justice. We have a look at morality and justice in depth. We look at what can cause crime, what is the purpose in punishing a person, capital punishment, and crime prevention. We look at moral issues that come out of these. For example, does a leopard ever change its spots? Can we agree, everyone, on the same thing as well? We look at religious and non-religious viewpoints on this topic and compare them regularly and show how important it is for equality. One of the best topics that you'll come across in this is our non-religious viewpoint that we look at on United Nations. That is the United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. This is put together in a condensed form by Amnesty International. We look at how capital punishment links with human rights and whether it is humane or not. It is up to you. Evaluation skills are very important in this topic, and it allows you to give you your own opinion. You are allowed to use I in your essays and your questions, which is great. Our last topic we have a look at is the big question, our philosophical and religious topic. We have a look at all these different viewpoints, such as Christianity and science. We might stick a wee bit of Hinduism in there, so you can explore how the world was created and how human beings were created. We look at the origins of the universe as well as the origins of life. Now, your big question that you're going to come across today is, what do you think Buddhism is? And is it believable or not? Explain why you believe this. And the second question I want you to have a look at is, what do you think created the universe? Explain why you believe this. Now, you should have some information from your starter question in a Google Documents already, but what I want you to do once this video finishes is answer these two questions on that Google Documents and submit it onto the assignment. This will allow you to answer things well. I am looking for detail, especially from my Nat 5 and my hires. You should be able to get to that stage no problem by now. If you need any help or need any questions, please make sure that you're emailing me. It's very important for you to be doing that and keeping up contact with me. If you're unwell or unable to do the work, please let me know, or your pupil support teacher know, and we'll be able to help as much as we can. I hope you have a great day, and I will speak to you soon.